Hi, this is Mike. This consultation is going to be in regards to how to eat when you're out, either at a restaurant, a fast food joint, a friend's home, a party, somewhere where you find yourself and you're not in charge of assembling your own plate of food like at home. The short answer to this question is you eat exactly the same way you're supposed to be eating at home. You combine and separate your foods exactly the same way you're normally expected to at home, according to the plan. But of course, at a picnic, a barbecue, a Happy Meal, a this or that, you might be handed a plate of food that is already improperly mixed. You might order something off the menu and it might come with a side dish or this or that, especially at a restaurant. The entire meal is given to you, and some places just don't allow you to pick and choose exactly what you want. So the question is, what do you do under that circumstance? The answer is you follow the program. The program is don't mix carbohydrates and proteins in the same meal. Well, you've just been handed a plate. Let's say you've been handed a plate at a restaurant that has 3 or 4 or 5 different foods or side dishes on it. You have to look at this plate of food and decide. Most plates of food are about 75 or 80% either proteins or carbs. Most of the time it's not a 50-50 mix of both. So what I do personally is I look at the plate of food and I want to eat all of it, of course. So I look at it and I want to at least be allowed to eat most of it. So I'm going to look at it and try to evaluate, well, this is a protein and that's a carb and that's a carb and that's a carb and that's a carb. And then I might want some dessert, and that's a carb. So maybe I could eat almost everything if I just set that chunk of meat or fish aside and eat that in a couple of hours. So that's what I'll normally do. I will eat all the foods that fall into the W or watery vegetable category, all the neutral foods, the salad, the side dishes, the pasta, the rice, the potato, whatever it is. I'll eat almost everything and set the meat aside. Other times, you might be hungry and you might know it's going to be 4 or 5 hours till you get to eat again, and you might just feel like a chunk of meat. What I will do in that case is try to find a meal that includes a couple of proteins. Maybe, let's say it's breakfast time. The omelet and the ham or bacon or what have you, some cheese and some salsa and some eggs and some meat in the omelet, onions and peppers. Those things are all either W's, watery vegetables, or P's, protein foods. Now there might be some hash browns or fried potatoes or something on the side, and you might give that up, understanding the fact that you can eat it, just it'll be in a couple of hours, and have a protein meal out of that. The way that you eat when you're out is you're going to sacrifice some part of almost every meal that comes to you. If you're talking about a burger, well, burgers don't work so well, but the only way that I've ever found to really eat a burger is to toss the bun. And so then you can have the burger, and you can have the pickles and the lettuce, you can have the cheese, but you do toss the bun. So in short, you're going to eat exactly the same when you're out as you would as when you're at home. See, at home you would not put the potatoes on that protein meal. So now somebody's giving it to you, now you have to mentally remove it or not eat it. But keep in mind, you can ask them for a doggy bag or a to-go box and take it home and have it a couple hours later. So you get to eat everything, just not all at once, and you get to have a good meal when you're out. Thanks.